everybody, Diana here at Heartfelt Creative. Welcome to this week's episode of Sew in Common. So, I guess you've guessed already, I'm not in the studio. It looks like I'm at a cutting table though, right? And I am. I'm here at IKEA. Did you all know that IKEA is not just for furniture? It's for stitchers too. Come with me now as we sew life beautiful in the sewing areas of IKEA. Hi everybody. You can't believe what I just walked into here at IKEA. They have a whole setup made just like a studio that we would have at home. Over here, they've got yarn. You could use this for stabilizers if you're an embroiderer. Up here, they have all the pegboards set up. They have paper for drawing and sketching. They have button storage, and look, they even have a place with all your threads on them already. Let's come around here. They have a table, and look, they even have a Singer sewing machine, so they were thinking of us that way as well. Hi folks, so I'm all snuggled up in bed here, right? No, of course not. But look what IKEA's done. They've even come out with some sheets that look like their piece, just like our quilts are. But I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about the idea of sheets. Now, I know a lot of people say a quilt is not a quilt unless it's all beautiful fabrics and expensive, but my thought is if I'm going to put something out on the grass or on a tarmac or somewhere outside, or if I'm going to let my kids run with it willy-nilly wherever they want, I want it to be super durable and super cleanable. And that's what you find with sheets. And wouldn't this be a fun back for a quilt? Now, I'm not talking about for quilt tops, although you could kind of use this sheet set for a cheater quilt, where you could learn how to do your free motion quilting in it. That would be a great way to learn on something like this. These are really inexpensive, but they're really good quality. I mean, I'm looking at these, and they're not like the old-time percale sheets that you could basically see through. They're nice quality sheets, and they're not expensive, and this would be lovely on the back of a child's quilt or on the back of a picnic throw. So when you're in IKEA, take a look around at all the different sheets. Take a look at this set over here. This is just looks like a bunch of big squares sewn together. That would be great for a quilt backing, maybe for backing for a quilt for someone going off to college who may not always have the time to take the precious care of a quilt that you might like. So let's go and look at some other fabric things that we might use in our embroidery and our quilting journey. We're here in the kitchen linen department at IKEA, and I wanted to show you something that all of you embroiderers are always looking for, and that's tea towels to embroider. Did you ever think about IKEA having tea towels? Look at all of the selection that they have here. Now, these solid ones obviously are perfect. Even these printed ones are nice because it's not a print that you can't stitch around. You can stitch right over that. And the nice thing is they come in packs of 2. So you get 2 in this pack, and you get 2 in this pack. And well, now this is an apron. So let me just say how many times I have taken an IKEA apron and taken it home and cut it apart for tea towels. That's a tip. So I'm going to take these 2 and I'm putting them in my own basket, and so look for embroidery patterns coming out really quickly that you can put on your own tea towels from IKEA. Hi guys, so now we're in the tabletop linen area of the store, and I wanted to ask you, did you ever think about using something other than fabric from the fabric store to make your projects? I don't necessarily think about it for quilts, but I do think about it for items like my little ditty bags. You all have seen these before. They're just a simple little bag with a simple little zipper in them. Lots of space on the inside, perfect for sending things with kids off to school in their backpacks, or maybe you need to throw a bunch of makeup and stuff in one of yours and you're out the door. These are perfect. They're super simple little bags to make, and a simple zipper. Now let me say, if zippers bother you, go check out my simplest zipper installation in the world video, and you'll never look at putting in zippers with any kind of fear and anxiety again. But I wanted to show you where I got mine. I literally got this here at IKEA a few years ago. And I made tons of these, and people love them. And look, there's all different types of colors and fabrics. I will tell you, this one here and these here feel really silky, so you could put some stabilizer in it, maybe even line it if you wanted to, make a really beautiful tote. out of a set of these. They also come in really, whoops, those are still the short ones. Let me see, I think this is one. Nope, these are short ones too. Well, they come in table runner size. And runners are really great if you want to do some embroidery on the ends and just use it as a table runner on your table. But don't forget to think about things other than just the fabric that we normally sew with for making our little everyday items like my ditty bag. And I'll be putting the pattern back out for this ditty bag really soon. I never put it out as a pattern before, but I'm going to do it really soon. So you can go and grab yourself some IKEA placemats and make up a whole bunch of little ditty bags for your friends and family at the holidays. Instead of doing stockings this year, hang a ditty bag by the fireplace. So we're in the bath section now, and you know what I'm going to show you, embroiderers. Towels. We always are looking to embroider on towels, maybe a monogram or a pretty little pattern or just an edging. Perfect. Visit your IKEA bath section. Take a look at all of these. All these colors, even some prints, and it goes all the way around. And there's not a towel in here that isn't good quality. And so they would make a lovely gift. Maybe you want to put some initials in the bottom corner of a towel because you're sending some towels off with your college student this year so they know which ones are theirs, because you know that laundry's always getting mixed together. So you could do that on these towels, send them off, and when they look at that, they always think of you. So did you think I was back in the studio? Because here I am at this beautiful cutting table. No, I'm still at IKEA. Did you know that IKEA has a fabric section, folks? They do. And I use it and go through it every time I come to IKEA because you never know what you're going to find. So let me remind you again, if you make anything from a piece of IKEA fabric that you have found, or if you have anything in your sewing area that comes from IKEA, don't forget to hashtag your picture, Sew in Common, and we'll take a look at them. And I'll show them on a future episode of Sew in Common so that we can all see how creative you all are. Alrighty, so this section is really nice because look at all of these gorgeous throws. If you're an embroiderer, one of the nicest and easiest gifts you can give is a warm and comfy throw, am I right? And how nice if you would put a piece of embroidery on it. Don't forget, when you embroider on something like this, you want to use a topping so that the pile doesn't get crushed down, right? So let's remember that. But look at these beautiful throws. These are really lightweight ones. Look at that beautiful throw. Wouldn't that be beautiful with a big tulip pink design on it? In fact, oh, here it is. This one's coming home with me. So on this side, I want to show you the actual fabric. Now, granted, most of this is upholstery fabric, granted, because that's what they sell here, right, is furniture, but not all of it. Sometimes you can find some cottons in here as well. But don't think that just because this is home deck fabric that it's not for you and your sewing room. These are great for totes. They're great for making liners in baskets. They're great for making curtains for your sewing space. And I want to show you something else. A few years ago, maybe about 6 years ago, I designed this little project for my dental receptionist's mother, of all people. She wasn't someone who liked to carry a handbag, and so she wanted something to keep her phone in where she could easily grab it out, and she wanted a little zipper pouch for her driver's license and her money and her lip balm, and she wanted it on her waist. So this is what I created, but you know what the fabric is from? It's an old IKEA, you can't get it anymore, so sorry, but it's an old IKEA fabric that I found right here in this very store. So let's take a look. We've got prints like this, these big prints. Now, granted, these are super big prints, but you could fussy cut them. And I never think of fabric as, oh, because it's such a big print, I can't use it. If I was doing a tote bag, I would just cut that up and not think twice about the print. Prints in a lighter color. Look, if you like something that's more of a kind of a monochrome looking fabric, this is gorgeous. They also have linen, and don't we all know that we're all working with linens these days, and we love it. Come and get it by the yard right here at IKEA. And trust me, it's a really good quality linen. I would use this in my embroidery all day long. In fact, I'm probably going to have to cut myself some because it comes in that color, it comes in this lovely blue color. So there's all kinds. Oh, look, guys, even here. This is just a really good quality muslin. How many times do you see me using muslins on the backs of my small wall hangings? Because nobody's ever going to see that back, and all I want is to have it finished on the back. So I use muslin. I'm definitely going to cut myself some of this before I leave today because it's a good quality product, and I know I can use it anywhere in my sewing room. So anything else that we want to see here today? I will be honest, they're a little light on fabrics, but it's August. So come Christmas time, there's going to be more stuff in here. So let's go on to our last stop and complete our journey here at IKEA. Okay, everybody, we're here at the end of our journey at our day at IKEA. We've seen so much good stuff. I hope you've been inspired to find something for your sewing area or your embroidery area. And there's always one last thing that every stitcher has to have in their room, and that's snacks. So here at IKEA they've got tons. Look at all this chocolate. And I can say, although I don't eat a lot of chocolate personally, I am a little picky about my chocolate, and I've tried them all, and they're great. And if you're not a chocolate person, and you're a cookie person, strawberry filled or chocolate filled, and if you like the more gummy candies, they have those too. So always remember, get yourself some snacks, or maybe you don't want to do the sweets, get yourself some vegetables. See you next time on Sewing Common. Bye now.